So like I said, today we are going to be doing LinkedIn because LinkedIn is very important and is crucial to any business. No matter who you are, you need to have a LinkedIn profile. Mainly, LinkedIn is for B2B or business to business, but it actually works for everybody. And the community on LinkedIn is kind of stands out as they have no tolerance for, um, excuse my French, BS. They have no tolerance for things that are outside of the professional realm. Even if someone gets political, I see a lot of people that basically shut them down. Like, this is professional, you know what I mean? This is what we need to do. And for me, I just love LinkedIn because, like I said, the first year that I had my business, I built it all on LinkedIn. And then till now, people find me on LinkedIn. You know, that's big, and that's the beauty of LinkedIn, that it's like a marketing and a branding machine that goes 24/7, but you need to know how to use it. And it's very important to know how to use it. Either you're looking for a job, or even if you are a business looking for clients, it's very important that you start with LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is one of the things that people kind of ignore, and this is the worst thing that you can do for your brand. So LinkedIn is basically your CV or your resume on steroids. So it's not only a resume and it's not only my job description, it's way more than that. But there are little tips that we need to know about LinkedIn, and this way we can use it the right way. So I'm going to start sharing my screen for the presentation I have for you today. Today's presentation is using LinkedIn to raise your online brand. So You Think You Can Entrepreneur is one of the brands that I have under my umbrella. And I know it's cutesy to say, So You Think You Can Entrepreneur. I'm one of the like avid admirers, and I love So You Think You Can Dance. And it makes a lot of sense to me. So I just thought to name this brand So You Think You Can Entrepreneur. So the presentation basically is about LinkedIn. And I want to, so just to give you general information about LinkedIn, LinkedIn just celebrated its 16th birthday with 575 plus million members. And it went IPO in 2011. So I have been on LinkedIn since, I believe, 2006. And I really started LinkedIn when it was basically started. And that's why probably it really worked for me. Like I said, I think we were like 60,000 people worldwide. And they had a community that was called Q&A. And it was the golden branding machine. And I have no idea why they took it out. So people will go and ask questions, and they had categories, different categories in it. And you answer, and people will vote basically your answer, if it's a best answer or a good answer. And the more you acquire number of best answers, the more your profile gets higher in branding. And it was great. And at that time, I have a screenshot somewhere that I was the number 6 worldwide expert worldwide on LinkedIn, on the LinkedIn platform itself. So, but these days are gone. Now there are a lot of people from everywhere, and unfortunately we all are getting these annoying emails. It's just like, here, this is what I can do for you. I can get you 6 figures, you know, and just like hit my calendar and register like a schedule with me for an appointment. And if you are annoyed by that, that tells you that you can never deal with people that way. Everything at the end is about having personal connection with people. So this is what you need to understand, that LinkedIn is about building personal connection with people. So the member numbers on LinkedIn are increasing, specifically now on COVID-19. The people that are looking for jobs, the people that are maintaining their brand, the people that are looking for vendors are flocking back to LinkedIn, because first, we have a lot of time in our hand, but also it's because this is where they can connect with people. And if you do it properly, from a business to business point of view, it's the best social networking channel. It's the only professional channel that you can actually use. So So LinkedIn, like I said, is the only professional-based network. The average income on LinkedIn is 109,000 per year. Why it's important? Because for all the Fortune 500 companies is there. All the decision makers, the CEOs and VPs are on LinkedIn. And the best part of it is that you don't have any gatekeepers. So you can get to that person right away. But again, your first email cannot be, hi, this is what I do. How can I work? Give me a contract. You know what I mean? But you can get to these people, and we're gonna discuss today how we can get to these people and how to contact them or how to get on the radar in an easier way. So the best part of LinkedIn is to optimizing your profile. And why we like to be optimized on LinkedIn? Because Google loves LinkedIn. So if you Google your name, the first or the second search probably that will come out will be your LinkedIn profile. So you have to be prepared, you know, that you have a stellar profile so people can get to know who you are. One of the things that you need to understand about LinkedIn is that your net worth is your network. And the beauty of LinkedIn is that at 3 degrees of separation. So it's like a pyramid. So your connections are your primary, secondary, or third. So, or tertiary, meaning that you notice next to names sometimes you have the number first, or you have second, or you have third, or you have group, or you have nothing. So when you see the number first next to a name, it means that they are your direct connection. When you see second next to the name, it means that they are the connection of your connections. When you see third, it means that they are the connections of your connections. But the beauty of LinkedIn is like whatever you post or your profile can be seen up to that third degree. So it builds a network. So I'm going to give you an example here. If you have 540, this is someone used this before. I'm not sure who used it, and I wanted to show it to you. So if someone has 449 connections, the people that actually see their posts are 5,672,600 plus. This is the beauty of it because it trickles down, like from the top of a pyramid to the base. And that's why you have, whenever someone asks you to connect with them, and we're going to talk about that in a second, connect with them because it's not only about them, it's about who they have in their network. And just to let you know, a word of advice, people kind of on LinkedIn do not trust people that have less than 500 connections on their LinkedIn. So your trigger number here, or your benchmark on your connection, is 500. So if you have less than 500 and you have invites that you don't know who they are, accept them till you reach that number. And after that, you can become very specific about who you want in your network. But you need to have that benchmark of 500. And a lot of people that I coach about LinkedIn, the first question is like, well, I don't know them, so why should I connect with them? And my answer to you, if you don't want to connect to people that you don't know, why are you even on LinkedIn? Just use your Rolodex or your email address. The idea of LinkedIn is that you are building a big network because, again, your network is your net worth. So what happens with LinkedIn is that you actually get noticed. This is how you brand yourself personally and business-wise. But I want to remind you that on LinkedIn, you can only have a personal profile. You cannot have a company profile, a personal profile. And based on the personal profile, you build a company page. So companies have pages that are based on personal profiles and not the other way around. If you use your company as a profile, personal profile name, and you get reported, or somehow the investigators or spies of LinkedIn are going through and they find it, they will bring your profile down, or it will be like a penalty against you. So your personal branding is the most important component of your job search or to find vendors or clients that it can make or break your chances. Specifically now when we're going, a lot of recruiters are working from home and your clients are working from home. So they are checking candidates online all the time, either as vendor, as clients, as, you know, as people that can train them, or as people that can work for them. According to a Microsoft study, they found out that 70% of employers have rejected a job candidate because of information they found out about a person online. So you have to be very careful on LinkedIn and on other stuff too. I mean, thank God that the Congress shut down 3 years ago that that jobs require, they used to require your password even for your Facebook and all that. They shut that down. But of course, it's easy to check someone's Facebook profile. And we have to be very careful on the visibility of Facebook and what we put on Facebook if we are a business page or if we are a person that is looking for a job. So again, I said that before in another webinar, but I'm going to say it again. Please stay away from religion and politics. If you want to be like a business or you are a job seeker that wants to be found by a recruiter. 85% of employers says that a positive online reputation influences their hiring decision. So I'm going to start with the components of what we are going to be talking about today, or the best practices strategy that you can have your LinkedIn flourish, profile flourish. And then I'm going to go and share my screen on LinkedIn and we'll work it together and I'll show you how to do it. Number one, your tagline that is right under your name. This is what we call the tagline. And most people show just their job title. And you're wasting a lot of space for your branding. The tagline has to show your branding statement, or what is it that you do, or what you want people to find you under. But a word of advice here, you cannot have in your name or in your tagline a phone number, an email, or a website link. It's against LinkedIn terms of services. I remember I was on Forbes one day reading an expert on LinkedIn article, and she had shots from her profile showing people how to use LinkedIn. And what happened is I saw that she had her phone number next to her name in the profile, and that's what she was telling people to do. So I reached out to her in a comment on Forbes, and I told her, this is a great article and it's very helpful for a lot of people, but I thought that the terms of services of LinkedIn said that you cannot have anything that is self-advertising in your name or in your tagline. And I made a copy of that part of terms of services and I posted it in my post. So she came back and she said, thank you for noticing that. I did not know, and I since corrected my profile and corrected the article. So these are little things that you need to know about. You cannot put your phone, you cannot put your website or email in your tagline or in your name. Your picture that you have to be there is your upper half picture that shows your face. No hats, no like swimsuits, no pets in the picture unless you are a vet or you are a pet groomer. No family vacations, no children. This is a professional website or a professional channel, social media marketing. So you need to show yourself very, very professional from the top up. Try to have an inviting smile, because that picture is basically the second best to meeting you in person. And a lot of people will told me that they don't like to have the picture because they are scared of discrimination. And I actually had one of the candidates that I worked with. She was a woman of color, and she said, I don't want to be discriminated against from the get-go. So she actually got called for a job, for a contract, and she went there and she felt that they were not comfortable being around her. And I told her, you could have saved all that. from the beginning. You could have saved the idea, that to know, because when you have your picture, people will know who you are. And if you're not their cup of tea, they're not your cup of tea either. So this is what I'm saying. It's easier to go ahead and do and have your picture. And also on the panel of, there is always a top that I'm going to show you on the profile. You always need to have a picture there. And then there is something called the vanity link. Whenever you sign up to LinkedIn, what happens is that LinkedIn assigns a link to you for your profile that looks ugly with numbers and stuff. But you have the capability of branding that link to your own name. And I'm going to show you how when we go to the file. When you, in your contact info, you have 3 places where you can put your website. And I'm going to show you in a second, but I'm just giving you the points that we're going to talk about. Make sure to add your Twitter account. Make sure to have a summary, and your summary has to be in first person. And it can take 2,000 words. Make sure that your summary is clear. Most people have it in third person, like Miss Andrade does this and does that. That's not what it is for. Do it in first person, and people put it like in paragraph, and people's eyes get busy and get anxious, so they don't read the rest. So I'm going to show you how I have mine, and I have it like almost with titles that people can go through. And the most important part of a summary is to have a call to action at the end. And I'm going to show you how. All your email addresses have to be added on your profile. If you have like, I think I have like 7, 8, 9 different emails. All these emails, if you have a Hotmail, a Gmail, a Yahoo, another personal, and you have a business, and you have another business, and you consult for another business that give you an email. All these emails have to be entered in the profile. Why? Because if I know your Yahoo email and someone else know your Gmail, and we all send you invites, and you accept each one of them without having these emails in the background of your profile, what happens is that every acceptance will create a new profile. So you end up with duplicate profiles. You dilute your brand. People don't know which one to follow. And later on, they used to merge like profiles in an easier way, and they don't do that much anymore. So you have to make sure that all your emails are added, and I'm going to show you how. Now you can, in an easier way, you go to someone's profile and you can invite them to connect with you. Usually LinkedIn sends a generic invite, like I want to have you on my personal network. And if I see that, I usually don't accept the invite. Because if you did not take the time to write something personal to me, you're not the kind of people that I want in my network. So LinkedIn will always offer you the option of actually adding a personal invite. So add something meaningful, like I see that we share the same city, I see that we share some connections, I see that we share some groups, I see that we work in the same industry, I love your work and I would like to connect with you and network in a better way. In my invites, I always, the last line, and it's only certain characters, I'm not sure if it's 200 characters or something, but we'll check it when we go there. I always put, if you do not want to connect at this time, please ignore and do not IDK. If you do not want to connect at this time, please ignore and do not IDK. So the first step when someone doesn't want to connect with you, they ignore your invite. But LinkedIn gives them another option, that they can click on another box that says IDK or I don't know. If you get 5 people to press that IDK button for you, LinkedIn will consider you a spammer and will not let you invite people to your network, even if it's your mother or father or brother, without having their email address. So you are losing a lot of simplicity and flexibility in adding other people to your network. And that's why I always add that line at the end to let people know I'm not spamming you and I know what I'm doing. And please, your first message, don't make it salesy. Don't make it like, this is what I do and I want to help you grow your business. You know, don't do that. Get to know the people on first basis first. Then you need to add skills. And in order, so there are degrees when you fill your profile, it goes like beginner, medium, and then the top one is all-star. So in an all-star profile, you have to have certain parts of it. One of it is skills. You have to pick at least 5 skills. You can add up to 50 skills. I always go to the skills and remove the ones that I don't want it to represent me. Because skills act as keyword to rank you higher in the LinkedIn search. So you have to weed it all the time. Like I have people, for example, endorsing me for SEO, and I don't do SEO, or Facebook marketing, and I don't want to do Facebook marketing. So I go and I weed it out. I just remove it. People will recommend your skills, endorse your skills. It will show endorsement up to 99 times. And after that, if you have 100 or you have 10,000 endorsements, it will show 99 plus. Skills is important. Then there is endorsements and there are recommendations. And people confuse between them. Endorsements is when you go to someone's profile and endorse their skills. So the more endorsements you get on a skill, the higher it shows you in search. A recommendation on LinkedIn is exactly when you get a recommendation in real life. And it really adds power, credibility, and strength to your profile, because people, like, I think I have like 34, 35 recommendations, and it let people know what you can actually offer. But for someone to recommend you on LinkedIn, 1, they have to be on LinkedIn. 2, they have to be first degree connection. And there is actually a formatting that you can send, I would like you to recommend me for this position when we work together. And it's already done for you. And some people tell me, what if that person is not my connection or is not in LinkedIn? You can still ask them for a letter of recommendation. You PDF it and you upload it as a document on your LinkedIn profile. Make sure to name it the right way. So this way it will act as a keyword. And I'm going to show you all that when we go to live to the profile. LinkedIn allows you, like I said, it's a portfolio. So it allows you to show practically what you do. So you can add PowerPoint presentations through SlideShare. And SlideShare, basically, you can upload presentations in there as you go. And LinkedIn owns SlideShare. So the minute you upload a presentation on SlideShare, it shows itself on your LinkedIn profile. But I'm going to give you a couple of precautions to do that, because I had people in the beginning download my presentations and use them as their own. So first of all, if you have a presentation uploaded on SlideShare, make sure that you have in the bottom that it's your intellectual property, and always have a slide at the end that say that no information or pictures or whatever on this presentation can be used without your written authorization, in part or in full. And this is your intellectual property. And SlideShare is very high in SEO and Google. I have some of my presentations that are like 100,000 views. So this is something that you need to do. And also, a few years ago, LinkedIn added the power for you to add videos. You can add a video for every single job that you have. And you can add videos now on your timeline. But you can add also one, like if you did a presentation on a specific job, you can add it just to this job. So it's multimedia that basically create a full brand for you. And they have space where you can add the languages that you speak. They have space where you can have the volunteer job. And this will become very important specifically now for people that are losing their jobs and they don't want like a void in their career dates. If you volunteer, meanwhile, you can actually add that volunteer job to fill that gap. You can build a company page, and we're going to go through that and a showcase, and I'm going to show you what to do with. And you can post like a regular post today, or you can actually blog on LinkedIn. And I'm going to show you both in a second. When you post things on your profile, update your status on your homepage and use hashtags. No longer than 3, only 3 hashtags. So you can post events. You can mention a headline that people can comment on, mention something and ask a question. Like mine today is talking about, it's a Brene Brown quote, and she says like the difference between, we are all privileged, but the difference between entitlement and being actually privileged is having gratitude. So at the end, I ended with a question: what do you feel privileged for, and what are you grateful for? So I'm opening a way for people to respond for that. And then every month or 6 weeks, remind people, if you are looking for a job, remind people that you are looking for a job, but don't say job seeker in your tagline, and don't say I'm desperate for a job. No, say like, you know what, looking for chances to share my strengths of, and you can just say what your strengths are. Okay, so let me go back. I know that we have some questions. I know we have some questions. So let me go that, and then I'm going to go to the profile itself. My Instagram, my Instagram is ReInvent Yourself with Sahar. ReInvent Yourself with Sahar. Colita, you still cannot hear me? Okay, you can hear me. For a job video, is it an audio recording or what I did, like job description? Nani, I'm not sure what you're saying.
Oh, you know how you said you can add videos for every job that you had? Is it like doing like a bio of what you did? Like, oh, I worked here and this is what I did? Or is it like like you get interviewed in that position?
Well, if you're looking for a job, for example, is like you say, hi, this is Nani. It's like an advertising for your strength.
Got it.
You know what? I help or I bring these skills for an organization that is looking for this by adding this, and this. And always, if you are a job seeker, you always need to say not really job description, but what value, and quantify it. Like I help increase revenues by 15%, or I help decrease expenses by this. If you work for nonprofit, I help getting grants up to this. But you always have to show what kind of value you're adding.
Got it. And there's like a video I can just add to my LinkedIn.
Yes, and make it 2 minutes. It's like an infomercial.
Okay, okay.
And if you spoke somewhere, like in an event, and you had it taped, edit the video and put it there.
Got it. Okay,
Thank
great.
you, Vico. How do you get rid of the year you went to college? I don't know where you would put that. I'll look at it, Shanra. I'll look at it. Okay, what else do we have here? Thank you, Robert. Okay, so let me share my screen for the actual LinkedIn profile. You know, let me make sure that I'm signed it to it. So,
Sahar, I was asking on the IG question, you know how you said in the beginning, you can't put your email,
yes.
You can't put that in that tagline. Are you able to put your IG information in there or no?
You can put it, but you have to put it in, you can put it, but you have to put it in the websites, contact.
Under the...
Because you have 3 websites, but I wonder how your Instagram is going to help you if someone is not on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not on Instagram, they cannot get to your Instagram account. or they can know that you have an Instagram account, but they cannot really interact with you. This is what I wanted to say.
Right. Well, I think I'm trying to see how to convert. I'm doing well with getting a lot of followers on LinkedIn, thanks to you. But I want to be able to get even a fraction of those people from LinkedIn to go to Instagram, just to boost following on there.
Okay. So I would suggest that you put it in your website's contact.
Okay.
Or I would say, I would make a post of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what, I would love to have you follow or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And every week I would put it there.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm going to share it right now. Okay. Let me share my screen again. And I'm going to go through, where is my LinkedIn? Here we go. So this is my LinkedIn profile. Okay. Let me go to the profile to show you first what I mean by everything. So there are two screens that are important on LinkedIn: home and profile. Home, I'm going to go to home in a second, but profile, you can get it by going through your picture on the drop down menu, and you say view profile. This is where we are today. So as you see, this is the panel picture, and obviously it tells people without me telling people what I do. So I have a leadership conference in the back, and I'm in front of a microphone. I mean, 1 + 1 = 2, right? That means that I am a speaker. And this is my picture, and this is the picture because of branding. I use the same picture on all of my social media, because when you do branding, it has to be consistent all over the place. This is my name. This is the tagline. So diversity and inclusion, leadership speaker, TED Talk speaker, author, life coach. I help you achieve success. Message me. So I even have a call to action. You can have only 140 characters in your tagline. So make sure to use it wisely. Most of all, before you even go through that, I want you to write down, before you even go rebrand your profile, write down 5 to 6 things that when people search for you here, will find you on page 1. So if people don't know who you are, so they're not going to be looking for you by names. But if I want to hire someone that, like for example, grant writer. This is how I look for grant writer. And these are the results. It tells me see all. I can do see all here. And see this? It tells you how many people on LinkedIn match that. We have 203,000 people that can be identified as a grant writer. But the name of the game is that you have to appear in the first 10 people. If you don't appear in the first page, you don't exist. So this is as important as ranking on Google for 2 folds. One of them is because you have to be found on LinkedIn because this is where or you have to, it also gives you SEO on Google. So going back to the profile, and I'm going to answer that in a second, Nani. So this is the profile. As you can see here, it says 500 plus connection. Remember, I was telling you the benchmark is 500 because 501 to 30,000 connections will show on your profile as 500 plus. That's why you have to have 500. This add profile section, this is where you can add extra sections on your profile. So you have all this basically sections that you can add. So about is the summary. About is the summary, and I'm going to show you in a second. Then the background has work experience, education, license and certification, volunteer experience. You have skills, accomplishment, you know, and you can go through them one by one. And you have to fill everything that is there. Okay? So at the top, you have the home page. You have my network. These are your contacts. Jobs, if you're looking for a job. Messaging are your messages. Notification, this is if you know if someone mentioned you or saw your post or someone's birthday or someone work anniversary. And it's important that you, LinkedIn makes it very easy for you to send happy birthday message and congrats on your role message. This is how you can build a network. Don't ignore that. Do it. You'll be surprised what will come out of it. Okay? So remember when I said the vanity link? So this is the vanity link. See where it has edit public profile and URL? You click on that. And here it tells you on the top, edit your custom URL. LinkedIn, every section will have that little blue pen or blue pencil. This is your edit link. So if you did not personalize your URL, click on that little one. So it will keep everybody that is in the United States, their profile starts by linkedin.com/in/whatever you have. If your name is common and it has been used, try to use either like speaker, writer, author, or use something that describe you or a middle initial. Like for me, I put Sahar and Radi speaker because this, I want people to find me under speaker. So this is another part where I'm adding on a way to be found on LinkedIn. Once you're done, it tells you that it must contain 3 to 100 letters or numbers. Do not use numbers. Just use your name. No spaces, no symbols, no special characters. And make sure that whatever change that you do, you can put save. Because I have people that tell me, I swear to God, I changed it, but it's not there. I can't see it. You probably did not save it. Okay? So going back to LinkedIn, I'm going to show you about the contact information and how you do it. And I'm going to show Asia how to put the Instagram. So see what it says, contact info. Click on that. This is your contact info. So it tells you your profile link and then the websites. Okay. So I have my Sahar Consulting website. I have my Reinvent Yourself to Greatness, and I have my podcast. But I want to show you something when you add your websites. So I'm going to go to edit here. And when you have, when it tells you to put a website URL, usually it gives you personal, company, portfolio, you know, or other. Always click on other. Don't choose anything else, no matter what you're putting. Always put others. Because when you put other, it opens another box for you where you can actually put the name of your website. And you are adding this way more keywords for LinkedIn to find you. If you get only company, see how it moves? It's not there anymore. But if you put other, it opens the space for you. So I would put Sahar Consulting LLC website. So here, actually what you can do, Asia, is put the link for your Instagram, and then you click on other and you put Ask Asia Instagram feed, and then you save it. So you have 3.
Okay, thank you. And so really, since you have 3, if somebody had a Facebook, business page, they could put that there.
Yeah, you can. It's your choice. I have 2 websites, so I had to put the 2 websites, and I keep changing the 3rd one. So sometimes I have my Pinterest, sometimes I have my my Instagram, sometimes I have my podcast. But right now I'm kind of like pushing my podcast. That's why I have the link there. And then you put your email. Make sure to add your Twitter account there as well. So it will connect it right away. And you can put, I just put the day of my birthday. And so we're done with this. Let me show you how to add all the emails and the background of it. So how you do that, you go to under me. I'm recording this, by the way, so I can, after I edit it, I can send it to you. You go to settings and privacy. This is the back end of your profile. So this is the back end of your profile, okay? So I would go to account. See, it says email addresses, add or remove email addresses on your account. I have 7 email addresses there. So what you can do is to change, and then all these are, you can add email address here, but you can make only 1 primary. And the best advice I can give you is always make the primary a personal account. Just in case you lose your job, just in case something happened to the company you have, anything can happen. So always add the primary as your primary email address, a personal one. Okay. And then privacy. Privacy is how you can, other people see you. You can say who can sell your email address. I leave it public because I want people to get in touch with me. And no one can see your email address, by the way, except your first degree connections. And by the way, I have people tell me, oh, I don't know how these people got added to my profile on LinkedIn. I have news for you. LinkedIn is a 2-way street, meaning someone sends you an invite, you have to accept it so they can show as a connection. It's not like Facebook, I'm sorry, not like Twitter or like Instagram, follow. It's not like that. You have to accept them to be a connection. And you can follow someone on LinkedIn without even being their connection. So you have a choice between either or. What else I want to show you for make sure. Okay.
Really quick, Sahar, because somebody asked in the comments, the questions, how to add your LinkedIn profile to your signature on an email, but you would just copy and paste that URL that you went to and add it to your signature.
Yes, right? You can do that, or if you want it neater, you can put connect with me on LinkedIn and you can hyperlink that with your URL. Or you can use the logo, a picture logo of LinkedIn, and hyperlink that photo to your LinkedIn profile.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and one of the things, so in order for you to show up as on page 1, there are something that we call keywords, and that's why I wanted you to concentrate on 4 or 5 things that you want people to find you under. So the first place to put that keyword is right here in that tagline. So I want people to find me under diversity and inclusion. I want people to find me under speaker. I want people to find me under leadership. I want people to find me under life coach. And I want people to find me under success. Make sure that you have your location. Sometimes it's not every city has a location, but as close as possible that you can. So have the tagline, have your keyword. Then this is about or the summary. It also has to have your keywords. So I'm showing you mine. Remember, I told you you can have it as a paragraph, but for me, I did it like that. What I do, who I work with, what makes me different, why it works, how it works, what others say about me, basically like testimonials, and ready to talk, how they can get hold of me. You're welcome to copy the formatting and just tailor it to your own industry or to what you do. But this way, there is no mistaken that people do not know what I do. It's very clear, very divided, and you have up to 2,000 words. Make sure that you add a lot of keywords. Like, again, I have leadership, I have reinvent, I have success, I have diversity and inclusion. So this is number 2 place you can have it. Number 3, the skills. Number 4, in a present job or experience, and in a past one. These are the 5 places that you can have. So this, remember what I told you, that you can add your PowerPoints. So these are my PowerPoints that I put on. So SlideShare is slideshare.net. Slideshare.net. You can upload your PowerPoint presentation there, and if you have any, and it will show itself on LinkedIn. It's a great marketing and branding tool, by the way. And then you have your dashboard. Like yesterday, I have 175 people that viewed my profile. I have, since I put the new article, 3 views, 72 search appearances, actually since this morning. So this, and then it shows you the activity. So I put a reminder for the event. And this is the post today. Feeling privilege is a gift. You are the holder of an honor. Okay, let's see what you guys have here. How do we add all personal emails to be linked? Remember what I showed when you go back to the settings, Jacqueline?
Yes.
Okay, did it answer your question?
Yes. That was okay. Before you did it, we were in the same wavelength.
Okay. And Shanra, I showed you how to change your website name. You check, you click on others. Nani, it's a good to make a PowerPoint on your expertise. Okay, maybe not on a specific, that you show that these are the experience that you have.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. Thank you.
Sandra, let me know if this answered your question. And then you have your experience. So I want people to find me under Generation Y, diversity and inclusion. So I have that here. And then you can do unconscious bias trainer. I mean, you can do a description. And what I do, I repeat the description in every title, and you can have as many titles as you want. And this is the way that you raise your keyword branding. And there is something very important that I need to advise you about. This is how you add a job title. You click on the plus, and it opens the title, the employment type, the like part-time, full-time, freelancer, contract. You put the company, the location. You have a choice to share it with your network or not. You can leave this as I'm currently working in this role, so it show present. Or if you take that off, it will show an end date. You put the description, but the trick here is this. Where is it? Where is it? Here. I guess they removed it. There was a little trick that they had. I guess they removed it. So there used to be like a little box that says, change my tagline. Very little, you know, that it will be, that you will have that you will have here to mark. And if you don't uncheck that box, it will change your tagline every time that you do. But I don't see it here anymore. I guess they removed it. Yeah, they removed it. So you can add as many positions as you want, and you can add also previous jobs if you want, just by clicking the plus. The only thing for it to make it like a past job is to click that you're not working there, and it will open a box for you to put an end job to that. Discard. Okay, these are the jobs. And then if you see, I have videos under some of the titles. I have PowerPoint presentations, and I have as many jobs as I wanted. And then I have my education. I have licenses. I have the volunteer experience that I have. These are the skills. So the skills, as you can see here, are 99 plus. Meaning I have more than 100 endorsement on every single skills. You can add a new skill here, and this is how it works. Like I want to be grant writer. So this is what is available: grant writer, grant writing, and certified grant writer. So if I want to be found under grant writer, I will choose these 3 keywords to be in my skills. And make sure to add each single one of them. If not, it's not gonna be added by itself, and you have to add it one by one. So this is what I like. Here you can see, I can go to edit to see what kind of skills I have, and here, see, now you can actually rearrange them by moving them through here like this, depending on what you want people to find you under, or you can delete it. So as you can see, all these are skills that I have. So I know I don't want to do SEO, so I'm just gonna, I don't care how many endorsements I have. I don't want it. So I just removed it. Consulting, performance management, training, public speaker, workshop. Okay, all that is basically something that I do and that I leave. And then every single time, you press save. Yes. So this is how you add skills, and you can have up to 50. If you need anything to know how to work on LinkedIn, they have one of the best help centers. So I'm gonna add it in the chat. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is the www.help.linkedin.com. Nani, it really depends if you want people to know that you are looking for a job or not. You can do that. It's up to you. It's a personal choice. How you approach people to endorse your skills, start by endorsing their skills. And when you do that, people feel kind of like obligated to endorse you for some skills as well.
Got it.
Or if you know someone, like if you know me, for example, send me a message, say, you know what, I would like you to endorse me for these specific skills so they can show up.
Okay, great.
You know? Shamra, I missed you too. I missed you too this week. I was saying I didn't see her.
I have one question, Sahar, if I can.
Please.
As I mentioned, I don't know, I just recently found out that I got laid off on Monday. So, and I had a very good position, director of marketing and business development. So I'm in a little conundrum now because I'm wondering, should I update should I remove that? I'm no longer, obviously I'm going to keep Autism Learning Partners in my LinkedIn because I think it's a very strong position. But I'm thinking, as I start my own business or as I start looking for jobs, does it behoove me that I still list that as my present employer? Like, for example, no changes. Of course, I'm going to communicate that I'm no longer with them as of Monday, but I'm in a little conundrum. I don't know, because I've gotten a lot of bites, you know, I got in a lot of bites, a lot of interest in my current profile. But now that I'm going to change the most present one, I'm wondering what should I do, like, about timing?
Okay. The first thing to do is to end your job. So go to the job, and you see there is a little box that will tell you end the job. Click end and put the date.
Okay.
Go to your tagline and remove anything that has to do with that job. But you can put marketing director / business development director / whatever is it that you do, add it in your tagline.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Very good.
Right? And I would add each one of them, like, I would put like I would add a job, marketing director at Escudero Enterprises. Remember, if you have a business under your name, you don't have to have a DBA for it.
Oh, if you have a business under your name.
But you know what? Send a DBA online, do a DBA online, you know, for a business, $15, you know, and you can put as many jobs under it as you want.
Okay. Thank you.
I would put, like, you know what? I would put a nice message. Maybe I can thank you, your previous job, for allowing me to be part of your journey. At this point, I'm looking for new endeavors, you know, wishing the organization the best while I'm find my next adventure. That's what I would do.
Oh, like a post.
Like a post.
Oh,
so you're thanking your old job, you know, which makes you look really good. And you're also kind of telling people, hey, I'm available.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you. That's a great recommendation.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay, do we have any other questions?
Hi, Sahar. So if I'm hearing you correctly, I have an LLC under Gonzalez Reyes. So I can make one of the job titles be Jacqueline, Chief Executive Officer for Gonzalez Reyes LLC.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm doing business already. I have that paperwork.
But how is that helping you? How is that title helping you?
I guess I like I'm really good at conflict resolution, innovation.
So I would put conflict resolution consultant. This is what people are looking for. People are not looking for CEOs.
Sure.
They're looking for specific functions. So you have to drill down to the keyword that you want people to find you under. What are your skills? Conflict resolution consultant, or expert, or strategist.
Sure.
And take each, like, effective communication strategist. You know, obviously, if you do conflict resolution, you're good in communication. But you will have people that will be looking for communication, for conflict resolution. You know what I mean? And so break it down. And this is another thing. Thank you for bringing that, Jacqueline. Don't go and put president and CEO of your company. No one is looking for CEO or a president. We are on LinkedIn to find clients or to find jobs. Right? Right, Jacqueline? Like this, yes. Hallelujah. So always remember, put yourself in the mind of people that are looking for your skills. If you were looking for a candidate in your power or in your strength, what would you be looking for? Put yourself in their mind. Use the keywords in tagline, in about, in the skills, in present titles and past titles. and break it down. Don't put conflict resolution and communication strategies. No, have one for conflict resolution, have one for communication, have one for problem solving, have one for leadership development, have one for team building, because all these are soft skills for leadership development. And make sure to have that in your tagline. Not CEO, but conflict resolution strategies, communication strategies, leadership skills development. Okay? Any other questions? I have 10 more minutes, so. Good to see you, Thomas. You came in late, my friend. Any other questions? Chandra, you have any? You are on mute. Unmute yourself. Thanks, Manny. I try.
Yeah, my computer for some reason it's not taking my audio. But so thank you for this. But how do I, you said it's an other to change my my profile link? Because I don't think
go to contact information. Go to contact information, and then you will have the first thing that will show is your vanity link, and under it will be the 3 places you can put your website.
Yeah, that. But you said you can make your name like linkedin.com/Chandra Kale. I could do that.
Yeah, that's the vanity. No. The vanity you can make. The vanity link is your URL for your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, but you said you could change that or no?
Yes, you can. So you can make it linkedin.com/IN/Chandra Kale.
But where did you say you could do that?
Let me go back.
Or do you have to be a premium to do that or no?
No. Nothing of what I said you have to be a premium.
Okay.
Let me go back to the profile.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. See, you go to your profile page and you find your profile page under here, view profile,
yeah.
Right? And then right here on the top, it says edit public profile and URL.
Oh, okay.
That's where you go.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And okay, one more thing. So this is the profile. If you go to home, this is your timeline or your feed line, if you want to call it, right? So you can start a post, and the post, see here, it says anyone. If you click on that, I usually do anyone plus Twitter. So this way I'm hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. Like here, I'm putting, I save, and then I'm saying here, wrapping up my hashtag LinkedIn training webinar to raise your brand online. And then I add only 3 hashtags, right? So I'm gonna put business coach, I'm gonna put branding, or branding tips, and I have my 3, and I can put leadership skills, 3 or 4, okay? And then I'm gonna put, you can post a picture, you can post a video or a document. I don't have any of that now, so I'm just gonna put post. And here it is. If you wanna write an article, basically that's a blog. You click on write article. And here is where you put your picture, your headline. What I do is like I write my blog on a Word document and I just copy and paste here. And your headline, just a tip, if you want people to write your blog, titles are 2 types that people open the blog. One is how to, And the second part is a list, like 5 things to do, or 3 things to avoid, or 10 tips to. This is what let people actually read your website. I'm sorry, your blog. Yeah, and find each other on LinkedIn. Thank you, Colita, for saying that. Find each other on LinkedIn. Connect with each other. You know, let's raise each other up. Let's help each other get more visibility. You know, specifically for the people that don't have enough connections. You know, let's like each other posts. You know, let's comment on it, because the more you like someone post, the more these people get more visibility. So let's do it for each other. All right, my people, I love you. And I call you reinventors because we are reinventing ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.